Hello everyone, how are we today? We are another Monday, can you believe it? And Christmas isn't that far away, it's just over 4 weeks away. So it has gone unbelievably fast. So we are here, can you believe it? My name's Anita Mazzero and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Horsham, Victoria. Today's a little bit different to what we've had. We've got some more overcast weather, and but it is still sticky and hot. So I don't know what it's like where you are. You may be suffering the same. It's just interesting that it's like this. So it's one of those days. So anyway, if you see the little live button up there, you know that I am live and you can interact with me. If not, you're watching the replay, or you might be watching this on my YouTube channel, so the replay there. So please comment and let me know that you are watching, even if it is the replay. Hello, Miss Kay. How's that back? I hope it's feeling a bit better. And you're home in your own place. So, missed you yesterday. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, yesterday we had our team meeting for Christmas. Hi, Glenda, welcome. And we had a wonderful day. Hi, Jacinta. And yeah, and Kay was the organiser of all the games that we were doing, which was huge fun. But sadly, Kay was unwell and not able to join us. So, but we certainly had a lot of fun with the games and that. So thanks for that, Jacinta. Yeah, we all missed you. You weren't far away from our topic of conversation, and it was all good too. So it's hard to believe that we're already getting into the Christmas swing. Yesterday was that. I've got another Christmas do on Friday, and then the following Tuesday and Wednesday. My goodness, I feel like a social butterfly. Maybe I am. Hi, Leanne. How are you today? How's the weather up your way? But anyway, it's summer. It's unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen. So it'll be great. So we're coming to the end of our mini catalogue, which will finish at the end of December. But there is a new one coming out. So I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to talk about the new calendar, put my teeth back in, the new catalogue and our celebrations events that are happening now. Oh, you've got rain, Leanne. It's threatened rain here in Horsham, but yeah, haven't seen any. I think the farmers don't want the rain now. They want the crops what we've got of crops to come off. But yeah, you always get a lot more rain in Melbourne than what we get. So it's just life, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to flip the camera down and we're going to have a look at what we've got to see. Just let me flip it. You don't want to be looking at my screen. Come on. Done. Thank you. I'm trying to get Facebook to behave itself and do what I want it to do. Get its camera straight. And that's all within the scene. Can see nicely. Don't need to come back a little bit. There we go. I've got it all. Now, as I said, we've got a new mini catalogue coming out. And for January and February, we have our celebration catalogue as well. So what that means is that anything you purchase, whether it be from the mini catalogue, online exclusives, or the annual catalogue, anything valued at $100 allows you to purchase a free celebration item. So that means that you get something for free. There's stamp sets and there's everything. I haven't received my catalogue yet, and I can't show you that until January anyway. I've had a look at the digital one. I'm waiting for a physical copy to arrive because I'm not very good on the digital. I like to see and flick through the catalogue. That it's like reading books. It's much easier when you can read a book and flip the pages and just know that you're getting through it. So that's what's happening. So if you need things in January and you don't really, or January or February, and you're thinking, oh, look, I really don't want to buy anything, have a look at your stock. Have a look at your ink refills, your papers, your envelopes, your markers, your blends, any of those core products that you use all the time. Have a look at them and look at replacing them. I went through the other day with my ink pads, just topping up to refill. And I'm a big no-no in what I keep telling people not to do. I have found out I have done it. I ordered ink pads and forgot to order the refill. I like to try and make sure that I order both at the same time. So now I'm restocking my ink refills so that I've got them here for when I need to juicy up my pad a little bit more. So that's something that's coming up and it will be there. If you are not a demonstrator and do not have a demonstrator and you would like a mini catalogue, if you can let me know in the next few days, that would be really great because I can get one sent out to you. Yeah, I'm like you, Glenda. The real thing, there's something about you see more. I think the digital doesn't let you visualise it properly, and even looking at this in the colour, I don't see the detail in that. And that's just my personal opinion, so please don't take that as gospel. I wouldn't be surprised when I go looking. It's probably a really beautiful set. So we'll see what happens. It's just what I like to do. Anyway, we'll get rid of that. Now today I'm going to be working with a mishmash of products. I'm going to be working with the Reindeer Fun stamp set, the Reindeer Fun dies, the Perennial Postage Dies, and the Winterly Treetop Dies. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So first of all, I'm going to show you what I've used in each of the die sets. I'm just going to get my little pack and I'll explain it to you as I go through. Pull all my bits and pieces out and just move them all out of the way. So in the Perennial Postage Dies, I've taken this large, get off my Mac, this really large one, and I've taken some Summer Splash and I've cut that out. Then I've taken all of these rectangles and cut them out. So there's one, let me find them all in here, 2 and 3. So I've done 1, 2 and 3, not this really tiny one. Oh no, that tiny one. Done that one. 3. Oh, I've got to look at it again. So this one's, yep, the big one. Thought I had it all worked out. Then the next one. And then the mini one. So I've just missed the third one there. So I've cut those 3 rectangles out. And then I've cut the 2 square postage stamps. So I've done all that. Then I've cut my cardstock. Am I out of shot? Sorry, Kay. Thank you for letting me know. So as I was saying before, just in case I was out of shot, make sure I'm in camera. I'll wait for it to catch up. So I used the large Perennial Postage stamp. I used the large rectangle, the second large rectangle, and the small rectangle, and both of these square squares in this one. So I've cut them out in white. So sorry about that. Thank you for telling me, Kay. I sort of forget because I've got my head down and not looking at my screen. Then I've got the Reindeer Fun dies, which are a lot of fun. So what I was about to say before I already did that, I then cut cardstock. And instead of my normal 21 by 14.9, I've done 21 by 13.9. And the reason I've gone a bit smaller is because This is more designed for American letter cardstock. So I wanted it to fit nice and evenly on the page. So that's why I've taken that centimetre short. I've also got a piece of 10 by 13.4 in the Summer Splash. And then I've got 9.5 by 12.9. That's for the inside. Then I've gone and got die cut pieces from our beautiful Reindeer Dies. I'll just make sure I've got that in screen. I hate for you to miss out on what I'm talking about. So what I've done is I've taken 3 different colours and I've backed them onto the back of some adhesive sheet. So I've got the Early Espresso, Basic Beige, which is this one here, and Copper Clay, which is that one there. So that will build together and make us a reindeer. Then I've gone and cut a wreath. I've then cut the large bow and the large present. I've used pumpkin pie and lemon lime twist for the present, and I've used shy shamrock for the wreath. Then I've got a bit of foil and I've cut out the baubles. Cut these baubles out. A bit of foil. I've cut a couple of bows out. Just have to use, not sure if I'll use both. And then I've cut out from the winter treetops, I've then cut out 2 of the little leaves because I wanted a little bit of foliage, and they're done in the shy shamrock as well. So that's how I've used those pieces. And it's something... Hello, Maddie, how are you? So it's something that I don't do very often. I'm really a person that just sticks to one set. But it was something I realised that we should do more often, is take different sets and mix them, because a set isn't available, is not necessarily needed to be used all together. So we can go about that. So there's all our pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show, this is how I'm going to lay them on my card. I'm going to lay that one there, put the large square there. I'm going to have this one here, that one there, and that one there. So we're going to build something on each of those pieces. Hello, Cherry, how are you? Oh, you're very good doing Meals on Wheels for people. I used to do them when the kids were at school, but I must admit I haven't done them since then. So to put our reindeer together, we're going to do our 3 pieces. So this is what I call the front of the reindeer. This is the back, and that's the middle. So I'm going to take your pick tool and very carefully, you know how it is when you want it to come out. There we go. Take the adhesive back off, and I'm going to very carefully line up the reindeer. I found by holding the body, I'm not pressing it down, just making sure that the ears and the body are pretty well lined up, and then I'll push down on them. So there's the first layer. Now you could leave your reindeer like this, be really good. And recently I saw someone use this one for a Pikachu. So very clever for cards for little kids. So I'm just going to take the backing off the copper clay, and we're going to pop that on just as well, just the same way as we did the other one, just as well. What am I doing? I'm going to take that, lining it up. getting my face and ears together. And there he is. And because I've used the lighter colour here underneath, it gives the reindeer little eyes. They're actually looking at you. So there's our reindeer. So he's going to go and sit on that page. Then going to put those away. So before I put I'll put each piece down as we finish the square or the rectangle or whatever it may be. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Write marker because I want to use part of the word Merry Christmas. Hello, Lucia, how are you? Oh, you got the card. Hope your birthday was great. So I'm going to take the thick end of my marker and I'm just going to go over the word Christmas. And when I'm doing it, I'm not using the point, I'm using the edge of the marker. And your markers can be used for this. If you don't want to invest in a whole heap of inks, this is also another way you can purchase a bundle of Stampin' Write markers. I'm just going to lift that bit of fluff that's on there. Okay, so I've got my word Christmas. I'm just going to huff on it. And I'm going to put that in the middle at the bottom. And there it is. Hope you can see that there. Just give that a clean because I do want to use it again and I don't need ink on. So while I've got it out, I'm going to do this little mini rectangle. Take my pencil again, a bit of fluff. And I'm just going to take the word Merry. And this is another way of using your sentiments without cutting them up, if you don't want to cut them up. Nice big huff on it. And I'll pop that in the middle. And there we go. Merry Christmas. So I'll pop that back where I want to put it. Clean it up. And put the lid back on and pop it away. So I'm going to take my reindeer, and before I take my reindeer, I'm going to take some Summer Splash and a blending brush. And I'm going to just ink it up. Take all the excess off. Thank God for the glass mat because we can do that. And then I'm going to just gently colour some colour in the background here. I don't want a lot, just enough. And I think that'll be enough. I'll just check with my reindeer. Pop him on. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. Just the colour of the reindeer popping through. Just get my cloth, take that off. So now I will take the back off the base of the reindeer and I'm just going to lift that. And adhesive sheets are so wonderful to use if you're worried about fine details. Now I'm going to place the reindeer over there. So that looks like a Christmas, like a postage stamp with a little bit of background. Hi Sharon, how are you? Are you on the road? Where are you off to today? Oh, look at this. Got ink on me. Thank goodness for baby wipes. Oh goodness, look at that. Must have done that when I opened up. I don't want to ruin a card before I start. Right, there's number one. So number two, I want to use the present. Now I could have used adhesive back on this, but I decided, oh, Lucia, 3 cheers. You're using adhesive sheets. Good on you, girl. I'm glad I've converted you. So I'm going to take a bit of glue. And I'm just not going to worry about the bow part, but just pop a little bit of glue on the cross part of the, what do you call it, the wrap. So I'm just going to put that on, making sure I've centered it up evenly and adhere that. And that looks really good there. I'm just going to pop a bit of glue just on the back. And I'm not going to worry about the bow. I want it to be free anyway. Oh, you're off to Western Australia. That's going to be a long trip from Rockhampton. Are you leaving from there, or are you further down already? There we go for that one. And now I'm going to take put that away. I'm going to take my Shy Shamrock and I'm going to take a bit of ink, because this is the similar colour. Actually, before I clean that off, I'm going to just take it and rub. I might, oh, did I do the wrong one? No, I didn't. I'll leave that till later. I'm trying to do two things at once. So just use your microfiber cloth to take off any excess so that you're using a different colour. But these are greens. And the Shy Shamrock and the Summer Splash are very, very similar in colour. So what I want to do is I just want to make this wreath just have a little bit of definition, because it's got absolutely beautiful little pieces. There we go. So that's just given it a little bit, and I'll take these two leaves because I'm going to work with these as well. 4,595 kilometres from Gergango to Margaret River. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of travelling. It's a huge trip. Be so much to see. So I'm just going to tap on my brush, and I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to create like a bit of a spotted look. Does that show up on the camera? I'm not sure. I'll just wait for it to catch up that you can see. So you can see how it's got like a spotty look. So all I've done is I've just taken the sponge, taken off a little bit of excess, and then just tapped it onto the branch. And that will create that softer look. Pop that out of the way for now. While I've got them out, I might as well do what I was going to do. So I'll also do all my blending while I'm at it. I'll take my base and go back to my Summer Splash. And just go around the edges. So I just want a bit of a darker look. I don't know, this is a new phase for me. Oops, I'm off camera, sorry girls. I don't mean to be. When Facebook allowed us to just set it all up beforehand and not change when you flipped it over, I used to have it all perfect. Well, reasonably perfect. I'm just going to put the colour in there. Give the edge. And something I've been enjoying doing is just adding a little bit more colour to the paper. And also, even though I've used tone on tone, it creates a much darker edging to it. So that'll be fine for that. So I'm just going to lay that on. I'm not going to put them down just yet. I want to put them in place so I can see what I'm doing and I know where I am. So I'm going to pop my circle, and I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the back of that. I'm not going to raise that or raise any of these at this stage. Take my circle pop that in, making sure I've got it nice and centered. Okay, just eyeball it. And then I'm going to take my little bow. I'm just going to take a small amount of our glue dots. So I'm just going to cut one in half because I only want a little tiny bit. And so I'm just going to roll that into a ball. Oh, you done it 2 years ago. Hello, Miss Kayla. Welcome. So we're just going to pop that on there. And I'm going to put that in the middle like so. And then before I go any further, I have got some rhinestones, and I forgot to check if these little red rhinestones are still available. I've got a feeling that these rhinestones are old stock, but they'll suit the purpose of what I want for today. So I'm just going to pop one down the bottom and then sort of divide my wreath into 4 with the bows. This matches up in here. Make him sit right. And then I'm going to put some rhinestones in the middle so that it looks like a real wreath with its colour and everything else. Who's got their Christmas tree up already? You're having a cup of coffee. It's something I'm going to be doing after this. I haven't had mine today. Slack. Okay, so there's that one. Put these away. I'm not going to need these again. And then on the square one, I've got these 2 beautiful, it was in the trio pack of gold, so you can see this. So we've got the trio pack of gold, and I'm just going to pop out little pieces that are left in there. Now I could have used adhesive sheet on the back of these, but I didn't because I wanted to raise one up, and if I put adhesive on both it was going to be a bit hard. But I also want to use, whoops, throw everything around. I'm going to use the 2 leaves. So I'm going to pop these. I might have to cut a little bit off because it's a bit long. I'm just going to take, and this is very different from the sample I did earlier today. I'll take that off. Pop that there. If this doesn't work, it's all right. Yeah, I'm December too. I think the earliest Lucia is the 1st of December, but some people have got them up in October. Oh, sorry, it's too early for me. So I'm just going to pop a dot of glue on the back of, because what I wanted to create on this particular one was the idea of the baubles hanging from the branches. We bought a new tree this year, and on Saturday one of the neighbours were having a garage sale, so we thought, oh, we've got the old tree, it's still really good, I'm not going to try and sell it or, you know, advertise it to give away. So I went outside, popped it on the lawn with a big sign saying free. I walked inside and I went into the lounge room, had a look, and the tree was gone. I don't think it took very long at all. I think they must have grabbed it as soon as they saw me put it there. I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the small, I'll put the smaller one at the back. I put it on the wrong one, but that doesn't matter. Just change the look. And then I'm going to get a dimensional, not a glue dot.
Yes, so it was surprising how quick. Yeah, I know it's crazy, isn't it? Like, my husband couldn't believe it because he said to me, he said, oh, we better go and put the tree out. And I said, I've put it out, it's gone. And he goes, you're joking. And yeah, that's how quick it went. I reckon it took less than 5 minutes for it to be taken. So I'll pop that one over here. So they're going to be lying like so. And the reason I was going for the glue dot, I'll take that other half piece, roll that in my fingers, pop that in the middle, and stay. And I'm just going to pop the bow on there like so. So these are little pieces all done. So the next step I'm going to do is put some dimensionals on the back. And I'm not, oops, put this away before I send it flying and then can't find it. So remember, don't waste your backs off your dimensionals because they are still usable. Just go around. I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back. Well, I've got these out. I might as well put them on all of them at the same time. And I'm off screen again. Sorry, girls. Dear, oh dear. The worst part is I would love to lay some tape to stop myself from going further. But because Facebook doesn't allow that to happen, that I can set it up prior, it's always different. And I did have one session where it just wasn't going to move and I had to move my camera down to make it work. So put those. Are you referring to putting things out, Kayla? Well, I know my neighbour, she often puts like empty garden pots outside, and yeah, they're gone in no time. And I just think, and she's like me, she didn't advertise it or anything. Well, you're using a different suite tonight. Well, I'm dying to see what you're going to do tonight, Lucia. So you back to earth after your holiday, or if you still feel like you're finding your feet again? Because you've been on the run since you've come home. Okay, look at that. All that done basically with the remains of my dimensionals. No more left. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay. Take your pick tool and pop the backs off. Get rid of those. I'm going to pop this one down the bottom. Just lay that there. I'm not pressing down on it. I'm just leaving it so that I can make sure that they all are correct when I've set them up. I'll pop my present down here. I love how they nearly meet up together. Isn't that lovely? Pop those. And this postage dies, I don't think when the lavender sweet or perennial lavender sweet was out, I don't think I used these that much. But, you know, stop and think about what you can use and how you can use them. Oh, good, I'm glad to hear you're all settled. I reckon there must be people that just drive around looking to see what people have put on nature strips. Personally, I couldn't think of anything worse, but, you know, as they say, what's one person's trash is another person's treasure. that, and I'm going to pop that in there. There we go. Now I'll give them all a nice press so that they're down. Just move this out of the way, and I'm going to get good old faithful Winker Stella. And I'm just going to pop some over the front. It's got to have a bit of bling. And then I'm going to get my card and fold that over. I would have to say this reindeer suite has probably been the... Oh dear, Kayla, 20 degrees is too hot for you. My goodness, come and live with me for a week. You'll learn what hot is. Not that we've had it hot this year, but I don't know, 35 probably has been the most, but yes, it does get a lot warmer than that. Okay, I'm going to glue that flat on the front of my card. So just pop that on and centre that on the page, on the front of your card. And there it is. And see, you can notice that by... Oh, at least the ship's air conditioned, Kayla, and I'm sure it'll be air conditioned at the What's a Day, but I'll have a go at you. So there's the card. So by sponging the edges, it actually gives the background a totally different colour and the leaves to what we've done. So there's the front of the card. It's really cute. I love the reindeer, so it's really nice. So now I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to sponge whatever colour's on there, because it's a colour that I've matched in there. I'm just going to colour in here. And then I'm going to take some pretty peacock, which is probably more into these colours. And I'm going to stamp put the tree on the right spot in the block. Oh, that was to one side. Okay. I'm going to take the tree, which is also in the reindeer set, and I'm going to stamp it once, stamp again, and stamp again. And so what that's done, it's given me 3 images of the stamp. So I've also got an envelope, and I'm going to do the same thing on my envelope. So I'm just going to use what's on my brush, nothing more. Stamp the tree in again and stamp the images, and that completes the envelope to go with your card. Pop that away before I get more ink all over me, and I'm sorry I was out of focus when I did that. Hello from Elliot. You just woke up, have you, honey? Did you have a big sleep? Thanks, Lucia and Sharon. As I said, it's good for us to stop and think of how we can reuse a product that we've had and put it with something that's current. And as I said, I'm not good at doing that, not at all. And it is something that I envy people that do it. So I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone to do exactly that. So we're just going to pop that inside on the inside. So we're just going to do that. And there we are. There's the card. So the postage dies really make a great fun card to look up. He nodded his head. Good on him. So I was really pleased with how this came out, and with the matching. And I know what I didn't do. I have got the sentiment to put in there. And I might stamp that in pretty peacock to match the trees. And I'm just going to put Christmas is better together. there we go. So there's the card. So there's lots of sparkle, which I don't think you can see on the camera. It doesn't pick it up, but there's certainly lots of sparkle from the Wink of Stella on the front. And then you open it up and you've got it. And I think I might put it just a tad. Let's have a little bit on the inside. Why not? Thank you, Lucia. So there's that one. And this was the one I whipped up this morning. Because I was away and I couldn't prepare yesterday. But there's the one I did, which has got different colours. I've put a little bit of the leaves here and I've stamped here. And different colours on the reindeer, but I popped a reindeer on the inside and did a little bit of splatters instead of using the Wink of Stella. So there's the two cards using the beautiful postage dies. And I think, you know, you can do it. Cherry last week cased the card that I made and popped it up on our page. And I thank you, Cherry, for doing that. So if you do case it, I would love to see what you do with it and pop it up in the comments and let me have a look at it. It would be wonderful. So that's really good. So there we go, everyone. There's the cards. I hope you've enjoyed them. Thank you, Jacinta. And I will look forward to seeing you all next week. And I'm hoping I'm more organised than I am this week. Because, boy, I have not been organised. Just been too busy. All right, then, everyone. Thank you, Glinda. Thank you very much. So I'll see you all next week. Same time, same place. And let's see what's going to happen next week. No worries. Thanks, Leanne. I appreciate it. Bye, everyone. Catch you next week.